All right, in this video, we're going to talk about two things on your iPad in the settings, the sounds and the do not disturb. So if you would, go to settings on your iPad and tap on sounds. It's right below notifications. And this is where you can control all the sounds that your iPad makes. You can make your ringer quieter so that when people call you, it's not very loud. Or you can make it really loud so when people call or text, it's loud. So that's totally up to you. Okay. You can change the ringtone. You may want the ringtone to be this right here. Right? You can change the tone for when you get a text. You can say, I don't want a tone when I get a text. Or I want it to be this. Or this. Right? So you have some choices on what you want your tone to be. When you get a new email, you could say, I want to hear a sound. Right? Or you can say none. So in this section, you have full control of all the sounds that happen on your iPad, right? You can even control at the bottom there, when you click on the keyboard, you can turn off sound so that when you click on the keyboard, there's no sound. Or you can turn off when you lock the iPad so there's no sound there. I like for both those to be on, but it's totally up to you. You can say when somebody airdrops me, right, here it is, when somebody airdrops me, I'd like it to make this sound, right? So you have some choices to be able to control the sounds on your iPad. Now on the left, I want you to tap on Do Not Disturb. Do Not Disturb is real powerful and a lot of people don't know about it. What you can do is when you turn on Do Not Disturb, you're still going to get calls and text, but your iPad's not going to notify you in any way. Now, it'll show on your iPad the text or that you had a missed call, but you will not get any notifications. So a lot of people, when they go to bed, turn on Do Not Disturb so their iPad or iPhone won't make any sounds. But they still receive the calls, and then they turn it off when the day starts. Now, the way I've got mine is I have it scheduled. So from 10 p.m. for me, and really this is more on my phone than my iPad, but from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m., I don't get any, my Do Not Disturb turns on all by itself, okay? And you could call that bedtime. When bedtime is enabled, the lock screen will dim. Calls will be silenced. You see I'm reading this right here. Calls will be silenced and notifications will appear. All right, so I would encourage you that if you don't want your iPad to make any sounds or give you any warnings from a certain time, you can just schedule Do Not Disturb right here, and then you never have to turn it on yourself. Something else you can do is you can say, I want my iPad to always be silent when it's locked. So when it's locked, I don't want to hear anything. I only want to hear stuff when I'm using it. And so the last part is, let's say that you're afraid. Let's say you have a child and you're afraid that if you turn on Do Not Disturb from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. and they call you at midnight, you'll miss the call. Well, you can go right here and you can say, I want to allow calls from certain people no matter if I have Do Not Disturb on or not, right? So you can set up a contact list and you can still get calls and text even when Do Not Disturb is on from these people. So the way I have mine set up is I have it set up where Do Not Disturb comes on at 10 and goes off at 5. But at night, if my wife calls me at midnight, it's still going to ring. But it's really not going to ring for anybody other than her. So that's sounds and Do Not Disturb.